$196 billion. Yes, that's 196 billion. This is serious, not just some website some guy discovered under a rock, a story you've probably heard more times than you can count. And I figured if I could just figure out a way to siphon off even 1,000% of that, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. So naturally, I started experimenting, trying out different things that I might use to get a slice of the action. I tried a bunch of different methods, some worked and some didn't. But eventually, something did. And with some extensive research and being very patient, I'll admit, I finally cracked it. I found a series of loopholes I could use to exploit at will and siphon off my own little slice of the pie. It wasn't huge, and it didn't seem that groundbreaking to me. But here's the thing. When you're dealing with a web asset that's worth almost $196 billion, you don't need much of it to become very, very wealthy. So I set up one particular campaign, played around with it a little bit, and I did it. I made some money. You know, I'll never forget that moment. I remember staring at the screen for hours, it seemed, and thinking about how much money I might make in the future. And I remember realizing to myself that my life would never be the same. Now, they weren't all winners in the beginning, but I now knew what was possible, so I started testing and tweaking, cutting out the stuff that didn't work and scaling up what did. And eventually, I got it down to a kind of perfect system. Then from $7,400 to $13,850 a month. It all happened so fast, and pretty soon this monster was making me over $20,000 a month, every month. It was incredible, and I'd only scratched the surface. Today, it's much more than that. In fact, here's how much money one particular account is making. If I press login here, what you're now seeing is the inside of this account. And then if I just go up here and run a report here for you for a month, and we just give it a second to load, you can see a bunch of orders right here. And right here, you can see over 6 figures in a single month. That is all 100% profit to my bank account. And what about another account?